welcome to Big Brother. I'm Gretel Colleen. Well, when I went into the house this week, I smelt something in the air. It wasn't Ben's aftershave, it was the pungent aroma of anticipation. We are knocking on the door of the final week and the housemates are feeling just as nervous and excited as we are. There's not far to go on Big Brother, but the fun is far from over. Tonight, leading fashion designer Wayne Cooper talks style with Gemma. Johnny faces the voices behind Big Brother. And is it love? Sarah Marie's mum helps us understand the bond with Blair. Also tonight, Australian rugby heroes give Ben a free kick. And we meet the second set of Big Brother chickens. Plus, we'll catch up on the highlights of the week and the latest overnight action from the house. Well, last Sunday night, a shining star stepped onto the eviction stage. Then she dazzled the Australian media this week, and she's back with us tonight. Gemma, welcome.
Hi, Gretel. How are you?
Good. How are you feeling? Are you tired?
Yes, I'm absolutely shattered. It's been a real whirlwind this week.
Well, what has the week involved?
It's just been radio interviews, photo shoots, dealings with the agent. It's been full on, one thing after another. Very little sleep, and I think I'm running on adrenaline, but it's fantastic.
What's it like being recognised by everybody when you walk out into the street?
Very weird. It's bizarre. I'm loving the kids. The kids have been huge. They're constantly coming up and asking for your autograph, and I've been given quite a few presents off them as well.
What sort of things?
I've had a little. It's about sort of a coin size, and it's a little lip gloss ring. You open it up and you get the lip gloss from inside, which is fantastic. A little teddy bear I got off one of them. But everyone has been so great. The reception has been brilliant.
Are you longing to have normal life back?
There has been moments this week where I've wished it's been very hard. I can't just go into the supermarket. I tried that the other day, and something that would normally take you 5 or 10 minutes is taking an hour,
because people stop to talk to you.
Yeah, and when you're a bit, I'm a bit soft, and I don't like to sort of walk away, so I end up telling them my life story usually. But it's fine. It's great fun. I'm having an absolute ball. It's brilliant.
Being a makeup artist, does it occur to you to put yourself in disguise so that you can go shopping?
Well, with one of those little plastic noses and things like that.
What is it like now with Grant, with so much public attention on your relationship?
Yeah, they've given him a bit of a hard time, given him a bit of a roasting.
In what way?
Oh, friends of friends of friends of a friend have been like ringing up the radio stations and putting rumours about stuff that he was doing while I was in the house and all this sort of stuff.
So these are the alleged best friends of Gemma or Grant or whoever?
Yeah, exactly, which is just... It's water off a duck's back to me, you know. As far as I'm concerned, he's been great. And if he hasn't been, I was with him for 5 weeks beforehand. Our relationship has started from when I came out of the house. So whatever he's been up to in the meantime is by the by.
That must be very hard, actually, because normally if you're in a relationship with someone, you haven't defined any sort of normality at all. If you're only together 4 weeks, it's that whirlwind stage. And then you've had this cyclone stage.
Yeah.
And it's not really going to come down for a little while yet, is it?
No, it's actually, he's a really special person. For him to be able to support me the way he has been doing, like he's my, what do we call him? My nudging diary, because he sort of goes, oi, don't forget to do this, you know, sort of like he's there just reminding me of stuff all the time, and if I don't have time to do stuff, he's doing it for me. So he's been fantastic like that, and you wouldn't expect that to come from only after 5 weeks. He's more like a best friend. Like, he's fantastic.
An instant best friend.
Yes.
And what sort of things have you been discussing with your agent? Is there excitement in the air?
There is. There's been talk of a few really, really good little things, but you'll have to wait and see about that because I'm not allowed to say.
Yep.
There's obviously going to be nightclub appearances and that sort of thing, but I'm just trying to be really careful about what I choose to do. I don't just want to sort of get out and do everything and anything just for the sake of making money, because that's not what I'm about at all.
Well, we know that you're very interested in fashion and style, and we, of course, have Wayne Cooper coming here to join us. Can you join us on the couch?
Yes,
great.
Most definitely.
All right, well, don't go anywhere, because fashion designer Wayne Cooper will be joining Gemma here in just a minute. But before we go to the break, here's a real-life story that we came across in the paper.
Hello, my name is Ben, and this is what we call the Big Chicken House. Me and my brothers raised these chickens since they were eggs and named them after the Big Brother housemates. There was Gemma, she was the clean one, Johnny was one of the hens and we drew a black lightning bolt on Flash's head. Then one day a dog got into the chicken coop. It was really sad. It ate all of them except for one. And this was the one survivor, and you'll never guess what her name is. Sarah Marie. She even does the bum dance.
Is this a case of life imitating life? I guess we'll know in just over a week.
Okay, I'm going to give the girls a lesson on how to cut the shoulder out of their t-shirts so that they look fabulous. What you do is you get a normal t-shirt like this, and you have to make sure that you don't cut too much out, otherwise it will fall off your shoulders or it will dangle in a funny way. So you just start at this side, you follow the neck around, out to about 1.5 inches or 2 from the other side. Then that side will just fall off your shoulder nicely. Always on the left, by the way. So I don't know why, I just like the left. So then that'll hang off there, and then if you want to show your belly, then you just cut the bottom off like that, and you just make it a little bit shorter. And there you go. That's my t-shirt.
Looks like everyone wants to talk fashion with Gemma. How far off the left shoulder can I go? When do I wear the belt? Even Australia's leading designers are on to the Gem look. Wayne Cooper of the Brave label joins us now. Welcome to Big Brother, Wayne.
Thank you very much.
Now tell us, what is the history of the off-the-shoulder look?
This look particularly comes from the 80s, of course. It's a bit of a Cyndi Lauper sort of a vibe, you know, like CBGB's in New York. But this woman's brought it back. It just shows you the power of television, that this look, like the 80s look came in about 2 seasons ago, which is like a year ago, on the catwalks. It was big. Marc Jacobs did it. Everyone had a go of it. Gemma puts it on, everyone goes mad. Now it's fully in. So, yeah. I mean, this is one of my tops I did, but just shows it's an erogenous zone, right? And as Gemma says, the left shoulder only. She did have it on the right shoulder earlier, and when she saw it, it was like...
Is the left shoulder more erogenous than the right, Gemma?
I don't know what it is about the left. I think it's because I wear my hair that way and it's always back on that side, so that one sort of gets shown off a little bit more. The tops that you buy aren't generally cut to be off the shoulder. They've usually got a boat neck on them that you'll pull off one shoulder. Or if you can do what I do, and I cut the necks out of my t-shirts.
When did you start wearing off-the-shoulder tops?
Oh, I remember a few years ago it was sort of more the one shoulder thing though. It was sort of like down like this rather than actually falling off one shoulder. The off-the-shoulder thing I've been doing for ages. It's really interesting to see the kids wearing it. I think that's cute. I love it.
Are you obliged to wear this off-the-shoulder look even now? Is there a lot of pressure for you to go on, Gemma?
I don't know, really. I don't know. I've sort of thought about that a bit, and I don't know where to go with that. I don't know whether I should keep wearing it or whether I should maybe...
She don't want to keep wearing it. Like, she'll start getting stereotyped and typecast as the one-shoulder girl, you know.
Exactly.
So what would you suggest?
The only girl I know who has to wear one shoulder is this model was in my last show, and because one shoulder was actually higher than the other, and the only way she could look right was with the one shoulder. But you're not, like, physically deformed, are you?
I don't think so.
So she can move on to a low club, a plunge, or, you know, she can...
Something else.
Dictate to those kids out there.
Yes.
Fashion guru style.
Well, what's coming up? What would you suggest that Gemma starts sporting that will show she's way ahead in style?
Well, I mean, you've got those Edwardian prim looks, and that's not Gemma, so she doesn't want to, like, be covered. She's more of a sexy, sultry sort of a woman, a bit of a vamp. There's a lot of ways to make a woman look sexy, and it doesn't have to be really obvious. That's why a shoulder, you know, the erogenous zone of a shoulder, if you just reveal slightly something, you don't have to be all tits and, you know, TNA, you know, you can be a sexy woman by just revealing a slight part of your body and your best part of your body. It's not what they tell you to reveal, it's what you want to reveal, what you think's good about you. And you reveal a little bit, but you don't have to be in people's faces to be sexy.
And can men wear the off-the-shoulder look to be sexy?
Well, I did go as Robert Smith once from The Cure, with my baggy punk jumper. Over here,
but did you look sexy or just a bit silly?
Just a bit vulgar.
Now, if you look in the Big Brother house, is there anyone that you see, oh, I'd love to give them a fabulous makeover?
Sarah Marie's got this... She's comfortable with her body, right? She's a bigger girl, she's comfortable with it, and I'm sure that's why the girls out there dig her, and she has her own sense of style, and you can see it in her. She's very, very happy with how she looks, and she'd be a good one to give a go, you know. Maybe Gemma should, like, what do you fancy doing? Like, where are you going to take your career from now, Guy?
No, I don't know. I've got a few things that I've been thinking about doing. I think TV is probably something that I'd like to get into at some point.
Because I'm doing like judging Search for a Supermodel this year, and so I'll bat for you. If you come and show me your book, show me what you can do, I'll go in there and say, listen, this girl wants to be TV, makeup, hello, marriage made in heaven, what can we do?
I think she wants to be the TV star.
TV star? Yeah, but she can come out and do that like we do.
With a baseball bat. Well, there you go.
Bang!
Maybe a whole new side to your career.
I know, that sounds fantastic. We'll have to have a little chat.
Yeah, so we'll go on a road trip.
I think that'd be very interesting, a road trip with Wayne, my word.
Yes, it's
I think I'd be in
exciting
trouble.
already. Gemma, thank you very much for joining us here this evening.
Thanks, Gretel.
Nice to see you again.
You too.
And Wayne, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, if Ben gets evicted this week, the fashion police will be waiting for him. To deliver him into their hands, dial 1902 555 010. Calls cost 55 cents, including GST, and voting closes at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. We'll give you the other voting numbers later in the show. When we return, a house mystery revealed. Johnny meets the faces behind the voices of Big Brother. As the final eviction gets closer, you can't afford to miss a minute of what goes on in the house. Remember, you have some big decisions to make in the next week, and what happens now could affect it. So let's see what our 4 remaining housemates have been up to over the last 24 hours. After last night's collision with the couch, Blair has woken up with a sore head.
Oh, man, the bang when my head hit that couch.
That was a corker.
Blair, that's so funny, honey.
That's funny.
It went. Oh, Jesus!
That was so funny, babe. I swear it was so funny.
At least it was funny.
Do you remember going back in the diary room when you hit your head?
Did I?
Yeah. You went back in the diary room and said the height of your head.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Oh, yeah. You guys.
The morning brings a new slant to last night's discussion about friends and friendship.
God, I hated you
When?
at the start. I didn't hate you, but you drove me nuts.
He hated me.
You still drive me nuts.
You still, I don't know, you have this knack where you can frustrate the hell out of me, and then all of a sudden, just I burst into tears of laughter. It's so funny.
Anyway, you aren't my friends anymore if I frustrate you that much, and you hated me for 2 weeks. It's all been a big acting school for you, isn't it, Blair? Yes, well, now I know the truth. I think we should all move in together when we leave here.
No.
Oh,
I will never live in the same house as any of you. Ever again. No,
that's not what you said last night, Blair. You were excited about the idea.
The daily stone removal ritual has a special significance today.
Ready? Yep.
Oh.
Yay! Okay. 1, 2. Oh.
209.
And dun, 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 officially the day I've quit smoking.
Oh,
There'll be no budget at stake in next week's task, so Big Brother has asked the housemates for their task suggestions.
Got pottery.
What did we say? Arts and craft exhibition.
The other thing I thought of was like, if we could find a wall in here to vandalise and do a mural. But that might take some organising.
Or have a wall each, a strip each, and do your own design on it.
But I don't know where that would go.
Yeah. Like the bottom of that, the bottom of that, and the bottom of that. Like the bottoms of under the mirror.
Christina takes their ideas into the diary room to see what Big Brother thinks.
bit more information, please.
Okay, sure. So clay, cutting wire, what else?
Clay cutting wire, shaping tools.
Sponges, yeah, shaping tools.
Spinning wheel.
Shaving tools.
The Big Brother dinner party.
We all thought of making a Big Brother dinner party set, which would include a plate, a bowl, maybe a mug or a cup of some sort, a vase and some candlestick holders, something along those lines. And for the mural one, for the painting, we thought of painting portraits of all the housemates that have lived here if we found a wall somewhere.
Last night's fun has taken its toll. The housemates go to bed early.
Good night.
God bless you.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Good night to you all.
Good night, Big Brother. Good night, cameraman. Good night, video guys.
Good night, Australia.
After their morning tiff, Sarah Marie and Blair are back in bed again. We'll be talking to Sarah Marie's mum about that later in the show.
Use me and leave me.
Yes.
Now, how often have you met someone you've only spoken to on the phone and been shocked by how they looked? Well, the evicted housemates have the same experience with the many voices of Big Brother. They even began giving them nicknames and imagining what they were like. So, for a bit of a laugh, Big Brother asked them to make identikit pictures of the different Big Brothers. After Johnny's eviction, he got a chance to test his imagination against reality.
This is Big Brother.
This is Big Brother. This is Big Brother.
This is Big Brother.
This is Big Brother. The storage room is now open.
This is the one who's on at night shift normally. And sounds very softly spoken,
And
very attractive.
And she sounds hot.
In the house, you know that you're known as the hot chick babe in the house.
This is Big Brother. Could Christina please come to the diary room?
Tell her I think she sounds hot.
And she's hot.
Stop it.
But don't just say hot, just say hot.
You leave her alone, you'd be nice.
Oh, she loves it.
How do you feel about that?
I think they've been in there far too long.
Come on, give me one of those Big Brother lines.
This is Big Brother. Can Johnny please put his microphone on?
See what I mean? I mean, hey, could melt even my heart, and that's saying a lot, guys.
This is Big Brother. Would Christina come to the diary room?
This is the Big Brother that we call Nick, the one who was who's normally on Saturdays. He's the one who's got the English accent. Well, Blair, come to the diary room.
Big Brother Nick. He's probably angry at us.
Yeah, because we think he's a grumpy bastard.
How you doing?
How are you, Johnny? Nice to meet you.
Likewise. So, why were you grumpy? Why were you known as Grumpy Big Brother in the house, do you think?
I don't think I was grumpy. I didn't feel particularly grumpy.
So, Nick, there was a time when, in a very authoritative voice, you got us all from outside the yard into the house. Do you want to run that by me again?
This is Big Brother. Would all housemates make their way inside the house and remain there until further notice?
That was exactly what I heard. A very strong, powerful. We ran inside. We were running through those doors.
This is Big Brother.
This is the one who just gave us the task, otherwise known as Carl Kennedy.
And my boyfriend.
And Sarah Marie's boyfriend.
This is Big Brother. Would Johnny please come to the diary room?
That is just so unreal. You have no idea what a feeling that is for me to actually recognise the face behind that voice. That was brilliant. Do you know that Sarah Marie refers to you as her boyfriend?
This is Big Brother.
Hi, baby.
Would Sarah Marie come to the diary room?
Sure, baby.
Oh.
I think she might be a little disappointed that I'm not quite as young as she thinks I am.
This is Big Brother.
I love you, Dutchie. You've got such a sexy voice.
This was Dutchie. The one from Holland.
So how do you think you got the nickname Dutchie?
I think it's because when everybody came into the house, you all had chaperones, and Peter's chaperone was a 20-year-old girl from Holland, hence the name Dutchie.
That's right. I remember Pete telling me that he thought you were his chaperone, but obviously you're not.
The problem is they think I'm a 20-year-old bombshell from Holland, and they're a little off there.
This is Big Brother. The hot water is now off.
This is you. That was just talking. See, you're beautiful.
Yay! How you doing, babe? All right, excellent. Nice to meet you too. One of the Big Brother sort of big brothers, if I can say it. Alice was.
This is Big Brother.
You know, the guys reckon you look a little bit
I know.
like
I was
that.
in the control room when they were doing this.
No, she doesn't look anything like that at all, really, does she? She's much more attractive than that in the real life flesh.
He says the nicest things.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
There was one morning when I was talking to you, I think it was morning anyway, and you sounded exceptionally chirpy.
This is Big Brother.
Hi.
The storeroom is now closed.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I reckon she got a shag last night. So the question I'm going to ask you is, did you or did you not have a shag the night before when I spoke to you?
Johnny, I wasn't on camera, so that's for me to know.
Oh, that's so unfair. My whole life has been put out to the general public and you won't even answer one question.
Absolutely.
And what about the real Big Brother? The one the housemates call Big Brother. They imagine him running the show Charlie's Angels style from the ski fields of Aspen or Thredbo. Now, over the whole series of Big Brother, Sarah Marie has been nominated 6 times and has a total of 35 nomination votes to her name. But can you budge her from that house? To vote for her eviction, dial 1902 555 011. We'll see what her mum says about Sarah Marie's extraordinary run after the break. This week, 3 wallabies hopped into Dreamworld. Turns out they're big fans of Ben.
Yeah, well, it's good to see Ben still in the house, and it's even better to see him still wearing that Wallaby jersey that I gave him on opening night.
Rugby jersey down, I repeat, rugby jersey down. This is a new one Daniel Herbert gave me, I'm wrecking it.
Yeah, a lot of the blokes talk up the back of the bus about who their favourites. I like my namesake, Ben. Glenn Panaho can do a really good Sarah Marie bum dance. John Eales also likes a bit of Sarah Marie.
Yeah, originally I went for Todd. He had the similar dreadlocks as myself, and yeah, but at the moment I think Ben's got the goods.
But I was a part of what they call the footy hedge, 12 best provinces of the 3 best rugby nations in the world.
Every young boy dreams of playing in that.
Well, it's got to be tough for a sports freak like Ben. He's missed the majority of the AFL, the majority of the NRL. He's missed the Super 12 finals and the Brumbies winning the Super 12 title. And most importantly, he's missing the Wallabies v Lions in the 3-test series, which I'm sure will hurt him.
And the first thing Ben wanted to know when I stepped into the house on Wednesday, the footy score. Well, Sarah Marie's family members have been regular visitors to the Big Brother set. Her mother, Mary, is back in town for tomorrow night's eviction show, and she joins me now with one of our psychologists, Candida Williams. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you, Gretel.
Now, Candida, you were actually one of the psychologists who helped in the selection process, didn't you? When we were choosing housemates for the Big Brother house. And did you come across Sarah Marie?
I did, and I actually interviewed her in Perth. She was just great. She was a great person to interview, a great person to do some tests on in the social situations. She was fantastic.
Now, it might come as a bit of a shock to you that a psychologist says that Sarah Marie is a stable sort of person. Does that come as a shock?
I find her quite stable, a pain to live with, like the people in the house have found it, but she's still got that bubbly, wonderful personality.
Now, what would have happened in the house when you saw little Sarah Marie squealing when I entered the house the other night? What do you think has happened to her with that sort of excitement? She's a very excitable girl, isn't she?
She is, but she either loves a person or she doesn't, and she obviously loves you. She was so excited to see you.
Oh,
it was wonderful.
You know, she said to me, we're doing a live television show, and she says to me, Gretel, come and have a look at my rocks. So I had to go over, they're very nice.
Nice rocks.
Yeah, there's little rocks in a row. Now, what do you think the psychological state would have been like with the big interruption of winning all of that money the other night and then suddenly back to normal? Does it get back to normal in the Big Brother house?
Well, it was interesting to watch. I mean, they were so excited when you came in, and that hour that you spent with them was fantastic. They were all lit up and full of joy, and they moving and stimulated and so forth. And then you departed, which was all very, very sad.
Well, sad for me too. So would that mean that people would feel depressed in the house?
Not so much depressed. You saw that most of them were in shock mode thereafter. And I think the shock mode was for two reasons. One was there was an intruder. We had a lot of fun because everybody was saying it was quite boring. So it was a lot of fun and then nothing. And I think the second shock value was all the money that they'd won, which was so unexpected for them. So I think there was a lot of shock, and then people retreated and became quite reflective, but things will sort of pan out until Sunday, and then it starts all over again, the anxiety.
Do you think anything's going on between Sarah Marie and Blair?
No, actually I think Sarah Marie and Blair are a little bit more intelligent than what Big Brother producers are, because I think that they've really set you guys up. They've sucked you right in.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Why?
Because I know Sarah Marie, and although I don't know Blair, I just am watching and listening, and I think they're playing a little game and enjoying it.
So why have we been sucked in? What does that mean, that we've been believing that this is love?
I think so. That's what you're portraying out there, that it's love, but I don't think it really is.
Does a mother always know?
Mothers always know.
Well, I think she's very lovable. Don't you think Blair would fall in love with her?
As a sister.
And what about Blair? Absolutely beautiful. Sarah Marie wouldn't fall in love?
He's a beautiful young man, he really is. But love, no, I don't think so.
All right, well, let me try another angle. What about Ben?
Ben, I thought Sarah Marie would actually have more conversations with, because he's into football, and Sarah Marie has spent a lot of time even in her younger days around football and understands it. But they don't seem to communicate on that level. Perhaps Ben doesn't think that she could understand that level.
And do the parents of the housemates get more attention than they normally would?
Definitely. I have had a lot more attention than what I normally would. But people wanting to know things about Sarah Marie when she was younger, actually. When she was in grade 1, the memory always comes back lately, where she went to school and she said, I want to catch the bus. And I said, you can't catch the bus, you don't know how to, and you can't. Anyway, a friend picked her up that day from school but arrived home without her, and we're saying, where's Sarah Marie? And everyone at school said, she's caught the bus. So we waited, and off the bus came Sarah Marie, very proud of herself. And I said, how did you do that? She said, kept my lunch money. And I said I could do it, and I've done it, and I'm home.
And she was 5 years old?
Yes, and that's been her all her life. She's a very determined child.
Well, she might have a very big amount of lunch money if she comes out of that house as the last one. Now, after everyone in the house won the money the other night, they were all saying that they wanted to give their parents gifts. Now, was this a genuine thought, or were they trying to win the audience's love?
I think they're all missing their family and friends, and when you're given a windfall of cash like that, your immediate thought goes into, where can I take mum? Where can I take dad? What can we do with them? So I think it's a genuine effort to say, I'm missing you, basically.
How did you feel, Mum?
I felt wonderful when it was announced I'm going to Scotland.
And you did record it so that you can play it back to Sarah Marie?
Yes, I've definitely got it recorded. I shall keep it till she gets out.
Yeah, good on you. Now, thank you, Mary. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. And thank you, Candida.
Thank you, Gretel.
Now, let's dare to hold the fickle hand of fame. Many of our contestants carry dreams of stardom into the house and hope to find careers after the show. While it's early days for them yet, Sammy Lucas has been out asking the question. As the door of the Big Brother house closes, will another one open?
Okay, guys, it's time to talk some serious business. I'm at the agency that's looking after all of the housemates when they get out of the house and re-enter the real world.
Peter has been really interesting. He's attracted probably more phone calls than anyone so far. You know, perhaps that's his whole playboy sort of smooth image. And he's created a lot of interest. She's already done a radio advertising campaign for Sony. She's auditioned to be a host of a lifestyle show that's currently in production on a pilot. Loads of nightclub appearances, and we're talking to a magazine about her being the agony aunt answering men's sex questions.
Gordon, if he doesn't get an underwear contract, I don't know what's going on.
Nor do I. But interestingly, Gordon seems to have formed this real association with technology companies. We've had interest already from a company called THQ in having him launch their next video game.
I'm at a workshop for budding actors in Brisbane, and I've brought Todd and Andy along. Now, they've both got a little bit of acting experience, but neither of them have formal acting training. So this is where they get to learn all the tricks of the trade.
The most important thing is when you're auditioning for a role is that you want to be memorable.
We were wondering if you wanted to come to our place to have a little bit of a party.
The chemistry's amazing.
Come on, there's a cab waiting.
Oh, what, now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, love. Miss out next, eh?
You've been so busy since you came out of the house, recording contracts, scripts, TV jobs. Do you think you're going to get a big head? Or have you already got one?
Bigger than the one I've already got. That's impossible.
What do your friends say? Todd, come back to earth.
No, they were saying that before I even went on the show.
So what did you think of our budding actors?
Major potential. They were great. I loved Todd's character. He really picked up the comedy in the scene, and Andy was a natural for that role, very sexy, and I think she played it great.
After I do a lot more acting, I might be a bit more comfortable doing a few extra things like movies or something.
Cameo
but
somewhere?
Maybe, I don't know. It's just like I like being a host. I like talking to people.
You know, they're household names, and they're both such unique characters. They'll definitely be interest for them.
We'll all be watching over the next few months to see how they go. Now, Christina's jaw hit the floor when she survived last week's eviction. But it wasn't long before Ballerina faced another vote. To take her off the show, dial 1902 555 012. After the break, we relive the madness of the second last week in the Big Brother house. Welcome back to Big Brother. We're nearing the end of week 11 in the house, and it has been very funny, very strange, and very exciting, especially when I was in there. The second last week of Big Brother began when we all said goodbye to Gemma. It's time to go. Gemma.
Have fun, Gem.
Bye,
See you, Gem.
Bye, baby.
Bye, Gem.
Why am I still here?
I can't believe I'm still here.
Do you know what the funny thing is? We loved Gemma and Johnny equally, in different ways, obviously. Last week, how everyone was shattered. But this week, purely for Gemma's reaction, we're all a little bit happy for her.
This week we watched Sarah Marie and Blair's relationship as a source of ongoing fascination.
Yes, I'm just giving you cuddles here, Blair, because I can't help but chip bed. I'll everyone think that I love Blair.
You gotta love me, because I got asked if I love you.
So that means they know I love you, but that means they want to find out if you love me. Oh, he loves me. He loves me.
Get some jelly.
He loves me.
The task was one of physical endurance, a marathon across Australia with a different mode of transport each day. The housemates bet on 90% success.
Don't you think that it's strange that this is
On Monday, preparation for Wednesday's special began.
Dear Blair, Big Brother is experiencing some technical problems with the camera equipment in the bedroom you are currently staying in. Because of these problems, Big Brother would like you to collect all your possessions and move out into the other bedroom until further notice.
Oh, I'm so pissed off. Yeah, camera difficulties, and the camera's still moving. All right, bedroom. Good night.
You love me?
Yep.
Yeah, I love you, babe.
Oh, my heart.
I love you from my heart, too.
It was the last week the housemates nominated.
There are 3 candidates for eviction.
Oh, my God.
Ben, Christina and Sarah Marie.
See you later, mate.
Escaping nomination was overwhelming for Blair.
I think I'm going to cry.
As part of the Round Australia theme of the task, there was an after-dinner quiz.
What is the most easterly point of Australia?
I hate this. Doesn't matter anyway, I'm sleeping in the garden.
The loser had to sleep under the stars.
Bye!
Wednesday night, we went live to the Big Brother house for a special event.
This is Big Brother.
In 30 seconds, there will be a new intruder.
No. No.
Now, the bad news is I'm only here for an hour. The good news is I've got a MasterCard for each of you. Now, each one has $1,000 on it already. Now, by the end of an hour, they could be worth $100,000. So we are going to play the Big Brother $100,000 challenge.
The housemates had to succeed in a variety of games in order to win their money.
Parachute.
Car.
Trolley.
Money train.
No.
Train.
Put the poppy in there.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And back again.
Each won $19,850, with the remainder of the $100,000 divided amongst the evictees. On Thursday, the housemates became reporters for a special Big Brother news bulletin.
Hi, welcome to Big Brother News. I'm Ben.
And I'm Sarah Marie. Tonight we'll be covering the mystery behind Bedroom 1. We'll be seeing bullying in the Big Brother house and Sarah Marie's microphone saga.
Okay, and first of all, we're going to cross over to Christina, who's going to explain the mystery behind bedroom number 1.
Big Brother has asked Blair to leave bedroom 1. Housemates had previously suspected the bedroom to be cursed due to evictions. This curse was confirmed after housemates repainted the room with what they believed to be a calming baby blue.
What obsessed you?
Baby blue.
Pick baby blue.
All the housemates, at one time or another, have been pinned for microphone abuse or neglect. However, one housemate has pushed the limits.
Oh, what am I doing?
Well, sometimes you drag it on the ground and twirl it around. You perhaps treat it a little...
I thought I've been treating it really, really well lately.
And now we're crossing over to Ben, who will be uncovering the bullying in the Big Brother house.
Recently, bullying has occurred in the Big Brother house, and the victim is the one and only Roger the Rooster. The voice of Roger the Rooster will echo through the ages, and I ask you, the people of the public, cock-a-doodle-doo!
Now we'll be crossing over to Handsome Blair for the stories of this week's weather.
How's it going, Chrissy? Good to see you again. Well, tonight on the weather, we've had a very, very interesting day in the weather of Australia. Tonight's pointer is sent in from the lumberjack community in central New South Wales. This is an antique axe, and I thank you very much for that, boys. Keep chopping. Bit of trouble up near Broome, though. We've got Tropical Cyclone Gemma, which has been brewing for a little while. She got released on the weekend, and apparently she is running amok.
Thank you for watching Big Brother News tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, Ben.
Good night, Sarah Marie.
The corner of the bed's really sharp.
Yeah, you got a big white head there.
Cool.
A humongous one.
Cool.
This is Big Brother.
Oh.
It's time to announce the results of this week's task.
It's not the real one.
You decided to bet 90% of your budget. If you passed, your budget for next week will be $140. If you failed, it will be $7. You have passed this week's...
The week ended on a silly note.
Scrum.
Can Big Brother help you with something?
And lock.
I'm gonna breathe.
What a great week. Now, when we return, find out how to win an evening with your favourite housemate.
Hey, who are you going to vote for this week?
I'm going to say Blair because he's a bit inconsiderate and rude to some people. Like, he doesn't, when you were in the shower and, yeah, but like he said sorry, but I think he should think about what he says before he says it.
Hey Monique, I love your bell.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. So tell us who you're going to nominate this week off Big Brother.
I'd probably nominate Ben.
because he seems funny, but he seems a bit of an outcast also, because Blair and Sarah Marie are really close, so I think he might go.
Tell me, girls, who do you nominate?
Ben. Blair.
My word, a vote for Blair. That's unusual. Why do you vote Blair?
Because he's too cute to be locked up like that. He deserves to be out in the open world.
Best reason ever.
As we begin the final week of Big Brother, media interest is at an all-time high. It kicked off with this mask on the back cover of NW, sending thousands of copycat Sarah Maries scampering across the nation. The magazine bumped an advertiser off the back cover in favour of the mask, proving just how much selling power the bunny girl has. A swag of celebrities has also joined NW's Sarah Marie Must Win campaign, including Pajama King Peter Alexander, who says you've got to give first prize to a girl who is happy to parade herself around in gym jams and bunny ears. While the panel's Rob Sitch said, if you make the wrong choice and vote her off, I swear I will parachute her back in. But there's a rival celebrity movement to vote Sarah Marie out of the house. Andrew Denton and Mick Malloy are behind the Let's Get Rid of Sarah Marie campaign, claiming they want to stop Sarah Marie from becoming a national celebrity. But boys, I think that bunny has bolted. BigBrother.com.au is running a contest where you can win an evening with a housemate of your choice. The details are on the site. And at 10 tonight, a select list of furniture items from the house will go under the hammer for charity on the Big Brother eBay auction site. You can even buy a toothbrush holder. Well, our evictees are still wearing holes in red carpets around town. They've even made the Sunday Telegraph's list of fabulous nobodies. Gemma jumped on the publicity merry-go-round this week, styling her way through a string of appearances, including a flirtatious moment on Rove.
That's probably the coolest thing you've done since you got out of the house, huh?
Probably, yeah. It's most energetic, I think.
Someone's boyfriend's been going hungry.
Meanwhile, the Sunday Mail said, losing Big Brother will be like a death in the family. The article quoted a psychologist predicting the end of the Big Brother series will hit some people as hard as losing a loved one. At a Sydney charity lunch, one businessman made a $21,000 donation to get 4 tickets to our final eviction. But you don't have to pay so much. There are still more affordable tickets available through the Dreamworld box office. Well, you have voted to save these housemates on many occasions, but now you must decide to lose one. To vote Ben out of the house, dial 1902 555 010. For Sarah Marie's eviction, call 1902 555 011. Or to send Ballerina back home, call 1902 555 012. It's our second last Saturday night show. But don't shed a tear, save them up, because in the coming week, the emotions are going to be intense. Starting with tomorrow night's eviction. I'm sure the final 4 all want a chance at victory, but they've grown so close that to lose one after this long is really going to hurt. I'm Gretel Killeen. I'll see you tomorrow night live at 7:30 for the biggest eviction yet.
Dreamworld, the home of Big Brother.